Dear students, today we shall be talking about the World Liver Day. But before proceeding, it is my request to you all to press the bell icon and subscribe the channel for the latest updates. Now, this very World Liver Day is celebrated on 19th April on account of spreading awareness about the conditions that are related to the liver and for ensuring the liver health. This is recognized with the phrase, keep your liver healthy and disease free. This day is associated with programs such as events, campaigns, rallies to, to mark the importance of the liver and to make people aware about the importance of the liver and to maintain it healthy. The aim of this day is to focus among the liver part and their precautions and safety with health of the liver. The theme 2020 was hepatitis free future. First of all, we shall be having an idea for those who are who have very less knowledge about the liver. Liver is the largest gland which is reddish color and spongy in texture. Now this is the liver which is reddish in color and spongy in texture. It lies on the right side below the diaphragm, just below the diaphragm on the right side. It is differentiated into small left lobe and large right lobe. So this is the small left lobe and this is the large right lobe. A pyriform yellow green sac or the gallbladder, this very green sac called as the gallbladder, is present on the inferior surface of the right lobe. Now, these two lobes, they produce two ducts, right hepatic duct and the left hepatic duct, which join to form the common hepatic duct. Now, this is the right hepatic duct here, and this is the left hepatic duct, and they join to form the common hepatic duct, this very one, common hepatic duct. But before, let me tell you one thing more, that these certain animals, certain mammals, they lack this very gallbladder, such as horse and the rats. They lack gallbladder. The gallbladder is not present in those very animals. So right hepatic duct, left hepatic duct, they join to form the common hepatic duct, and then these very the cystic duct, then the cystic duct, this very duct, that is cystic duct, it comes from the gallbladder and it forms the common bile duct. This very common bile duct also joins with the pancreatic duct, which comes from the pancreas. It joins with the common bile duct. Now, the opening of the bile duct into the, you can say, pancreatic duct, it is controlled by a sphincter called as a sphincter of the Boyden. The amount of the bile produced per day is about 600 milliliter. Bile from the gallbladder is 5 to 10 times more concentrated. Its pH is 7.6 as compared to 8.6 pH that comes from the hepatic bile. Bile is yellowish green alkaline solution with 89 to 98% water and no digestive enzymes, but four types of the chemicals such as inorganic salts, bile salts, fatty substances, and the bile pigments, they are present in it, and along with certain non-digestive enzymes. Now let us have an idea that what are the functions of the liver. Now, liver works hard performing hundreds of the complex functions, such as it fights infections and illness, it regulates blood sugar, it removes toxic substances from the body, it controls the cholesterol level, it helps blood to clot, that is thicken, and it helps in the release of the bile, that is a liquid that breaks down the fats and aids in the digestion. And liver helps to purify the blood by changing the harmful chemicals into the harmless ones. That is, it helps in the detoxification part. The source of these chemicals can be external, such as medication or alcohol, or internal, such as formation of ammonia or bilirubin. So all these very toxic substances, they are detoxified by this very liver. And typically these harmful chemicals are broken down into smaller chemicals, or they are attached to other chemicals that then they are eliminated from the body in the form of the urine or in the form of the stool. The liver produces many important substances, especially proteins that are necessary for good health. For example, it produces albumin, the protein building block of the body, as well as the protein that causes blood to clot properly, that is fibrinogen. So the liver stores many sugars as well, fats, vitamins, until they are needed elsewhere in the body. So until or unless they are needed somewhere else, they are stored in the liver and acting as a storehouse for the sugars, fats and vitamins. Liver builds smaller chemicals into the larger, more complicated chemicals that are needed elsewhere in the body. For example, we do have certain examples. So, for example, the type and the function, they are the for the manufacture of the fat, cholesterol, and the protein bilirubin. We do have the liver in the form of the storehouse, such as it stores multitude of the substances, as I was telling you, that it stores vitamin A, it stores vitamin D, then vitamin B12, vitamin K, iron, copper. Liver is also responsible for the immunological effects. The mononuclear phagocyte system of the liver contains many immunologically active cells acting as a sieve for the antigen carried to it via the portal system. So it also acts as a sieve and it eliminates the certain harmful substances at the place. Liver produces albumin as well, the most important abundant protein in the blood serum, and it is essential in the maintenance of the oncotic pressure and acts as a transport for the fatty acids and the steroid hormones. The liver synthesizes angiotensin, a hormone that is responsible for raising the blood pressure when activated by the renin, an enzyme that is released when the kidney senses low blood pressure. So the liver also produces the enzyme catalase to break down the hydrogen peroxide, a toxic oxidizing agent, into water and oxygen as well. So these are the important functions which are carried by the liver besides others as well. Now we should be following certain tips for the liver cleansing as well. We should eat garlic, grapefruit, we should eat carrots, green leafy vegetables, and we should use more and more olive oil in our diet, and the lime juice along with the green tea, it is also a better solution. We should prefer we should also prefer certain alternative grains such as quinoa. This is the quinoa. Then we should switch on to the quinoa millet or millets or the buckwheat. So these are the other alternative grains which are very much healthier and they are good for the liver. And we should add the cruciferous leaves, that is in the form of the cabbage, broccoli or the cauliflower, in our diet as well. And most important, the turmeric should be used in our diet. To keep our liver healthy, we should follow a certain lifestyle. We should eat healthy. We should eat foods from all the food groups such as grains, proteins, dairy products, fruits, vegetables and fats as well. We should eat foods that have lots of the fibers, such as fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grain breads, rice and cereals. So we should include in our diet the fruits as well, grains, vegetables, proteins, along with the fruits and the different kinds of the grains. And also, if on one hand we prefer certain diet, we prefer certain nutritious, you can say, food, so as to keep our liver healthy. On the other hand, we should say no to alcohol, no to alcohol, no to cigarette smoking, no to drugs, and even the passive smoking. If somebody smokes in a room, we are also the smokers in the passive form. And it is not that we are not affected, we are equally affected. Then we should follow certain advices. We should consult doctor before starting any medication. We should not start medication by ourselves. And when the medicines are taken incorrectly, in the wrong combination, liver gets damaged. We should take care of the toxic chemicals as well, such as toxic chemicals which are present in our home in the form of the mosquito repellents, in the form of the aerosols, in the form of the insecticides. They produce toxic substances and they cause injury to the liver. We should not go on to the different kinds of ads which are running on the TV, but we should keep our children, we should keep our babies safe from these very toxic aerosols which are mixed in air, but they have the capability to injure the liver cells. Then we should also focus on maintaining the weight. Obviously, obesity, it is the cause of many liver diseases, and obesity can cause non-alcoholic fatty liver disease as well. Many people they want to know that what is the cause of the fatty liver and what is liver cirrhosis. Many times you should be well aware that at one time the liver is healthy, but another time it becomes another non-alcoholic fatty liver. It is all because of the, you can say, there are many causes of the fatty liver. It may be genetic inheritance, it may be obesity, it may be side effects of the medication, it may be the rapid weight loss treatment medication, it may be because of the you can say fats in the blood, or it may be because of the diabetic, you can say, condition of the patient as well. That may be the cause of the non-alcoholic fatty liver. But this very non-alcoholic fatty liver, it is reversible, it can get reversed if we adopt a good lifestyle. You can say we can have a morning walk, we go for the brisk walking, and we restrict our diet, then it can be reversed to the healthy liver. But if it gets switched on to the cirrhosis, then it is very difficult for one to revert back to the healthy liver. Then there are various one wants to know that what hepatitis is. Now, I shall be focusing on mainly on the hepatitis A, though there are many kinds of the hepatitis. There can be acute hepatitis, there can be, you can say, chronic hepatitis, there can be hepatitis A, B, C, D, E. And let us have a little bit knowledge about what hepatitis is. Hepatitis is a term used to describe the inflammation, that is swelling of the liver. It can be caused due to the viral infection or when liver is exposed to the harmful substances such as alcohol. Hepatitis may occur with limited or no symptoms, but often leads to jaundice, anorexia, which means a poor appetite, and malaise. This hepatitis, it is, as I told you, it is of two types, that is acute and the chronic. And as many, there can be different kinds of the hepatitis, that is A, B, C, D, E. Let us have a little bit knowledge about the A hepatitis, that it is highly contagious and it is the viral liver infection. And it can be prevented by the vaccine, and it is caused by the ingestion of the fecal matter, and it may last for weeks up to the months if this very infection occurs. The symptoms are the jaundice, the nausea, then abdominal pain, and it can spread through the direct contact infected food or the sewage contamination. So there are certain symptoms of the liver disease that one can detect that I am suffering from the liver disease. So if these symptoms are prevalent in any person around you, you can tell him to consult the doctor or take precautionary, you can say, steps before it gets too late, such as liver disease symptoms. They can be skin and eyes that appear yellowish because of the jaundice, abdominal pain and swelling in legs and ankles, then itchy skin, dark urine, pale stool color, or the bloody or tar colored stool, then chronic fatigue, then nausea or vomiting, loss of the appetite, and tendency to bruise easily. So these are the symptoms which one can detect that something is, you can say, not good for the liver, and one can consult the doctor. Thank you very much. This was all about the World Liver Day. So as to make aware about the, you can say, disease of the liver. Th- Thank you very much. It is my request to you all to like and subscribe my channel Biolearnia. Press the bell icon and get the latest updates. Thank you.